Hey everyone, Mtashed here, and today I want to talk about the grind of Destiny 2. I want to talk about leveling up your character, a couple of different mechanics, as well as things like currency and crafting in the future of Destiny 2. If you've never played this game, this will be a great guide for you as a starter. If you're new to any sort of MMO games, some of these things might not be on your radar, and I think I can help you out with this initial grind and optimizing your time while playing Destiny 2. If Destiny 2 is anything like Destiny 1, please, for the love of God, do not upgrade your gear and weapons early on in the game. What I mean by this is if you get a blue chest piece and you think to yourself, oh boy, I can upgrade this and increase my grenade throw distance, or something like that, don't do it! Please, do not do it. Unless it's a miracle perk that's going to change your life forever. Wasting resources early on is a big mistake, because if this game is anything like Destiny 1, you will know that there comes a point where resources are scarce, upgrade materials are scarce, glimmer is scarce, and if you don't have those things, when you finally find a brand new beautiful primary weapon or a brand new purple armor, you won't even have the materials or the currency to upgrade it. If you continually blow glimmer and resources on upgrading shitty gear that you're going to constantly replace, you're making a long-term mistake for when you get to the end game. It's fun. I like upgrading gear. I like getting new perks. But if you want to optimize this, you want to be a day one raider, do not upgrade gear early on. You will replace it, you won't care about it, and you will save yourself a lot of grind and headache later in the game once you start maxing out. While we're on the topic of currency, I want to talk about rarer things like legendary shards. I don't know what all the currencies are in the game, but most likely, if it's anything like The Division, if it's anything like Destiny 1, there will be a currency that allows you to buy legendary or exotic gear down the road. Before you do it, look at your light level. I highly recommend buying a piece that will give you the biggest overall boost to your light level if you're going to make that first-time purchase. If your boots are 100 light level worse than everything else, get some boots. If your weapon is weak, get a weapon, but you need to bring up your light level as fast as possible. The higher your light level, the higher the engrams you decrypt will be, the higher the armor you find will be. So yes, it might be nice to go pick out a brand new primary weapon, but if it's not going to bring up your light level very much, it's not the smartest investment for your first couple of purchases. Now, if you see a god-rolled weapon with amazing perks like explosive payload, you've got some extra range boost, go get the weapon. Don't be an idiot. If you've got a beautiful weapon you think you're going to use for days and days and days, absolutely grab it on your first-time purchase. But it's something to think about. If you want that light level up for the raid or Trials of Osiris, you need to focus on that first. Just remember, if you're blowing your materials, you're blowing your glimmer early on weapons you're going to replace, you're going to regret it. Wait to get mods, wait to get armor abilities on the stuff you plan on keeping. It's an easy tip, it's a big tip though. It really does help. Now, let's get into getting engrams, getting gear, looting up. You need to focus on activities that are going to give you guaranteed drops. In Destiny 1, there was a loot cave that people would shoot into for hours trying to farm for engrams to try and get good gear. But most of the time, the gear that you got out of it was subpar and not worth the effort. In Destiny 2, there are more activities that give more rewards from what we can tell. You need to continually run these new activities, get the guaranteed drops, and all the enemies you kill along the way are a bonus. The other thing too is, if you're not doing legitimate activities in the game, chances are you're not earning things like legendary shards or European dead zone tokens, things that you can use to purchase mods, purchase weapons, purchase gear, guaranteed. If you're shooting into a cave hoping for RNG engrams to drop, then you're risking not having the guaranteed grind, the guaranteed success down the road. Your goal is to get your light level up for endgame activities such as the raid and Trials of Osiris. The gear that drops in the raid, as well as in the playlist Trials of Osiris, is going to trump almost everything you've found up to that point. And it's not going to be easy. Going into the raid in 1 week, I think from launch, is going to be tough as hell. I remember Destiny 1, Vault of Glass. I was going in with blue weapons. I had a couple purple armor pieces, and my only exotic was Patience and Time, the sniper. But leaving that first raid, I had one of the best hand cannons in the game, Fatebringer. I had some great armor pieces, and my light level was skyrocketing. Now, going on to Trials of Osiris, you might be a PvP god, but if you don't put the grind in and get your light level up, you won't be able to compete. Some idiot without thumbs will be able to beat you because you just don't do damage. If the game is anything like Trials of Osiris in Destiny 1, light level matters, and if you are drastically below your enemies, you might take an extra 1 or 2 hand cannon shots to kill them. Maybe 4 melees to kill them. You're going to run into situations where you simply cannot win because you're not high enough light level. And you need to get that grind going ASAP. If you want to be a PvP god and level up through Trials of Osiris, go for it. But you need to get to some sort of high light level before you can even do that. Going into Destiny 2, it seems that infusions are also a thing. So, while you might want to play all 3 classes right off the start, it might actually be better to just play one. If you can get your light level up as high as possible and find a bunch of extra gear of high light level, you might be able to jump on your hunter, level it up, and then infuse his gear with your Titan's armor, or your Warlock's armor, or whatever it might be. You can run into a situation where you can gear very rapidly by spending time on one character and bringing over the high level gear to your other character. Obviously, he can't equip it, but there are going to be situations where focusing on one class will actually put you ahead of the game long term. Now, the other benefit of that is if you're focusing on one class or one subclass, you're also going to level up the skills in that class much faster. If you want to have 2 grenades to throw as a Striker Titan, you need to put in the time to unlock that ability. And if you're constantly switching between a Hunter and a Warlock and a Titan, none of them are going to be raid ready, none of them are going to be Trials of Osiris ready, none of your subclasses are going to be overly powerful, and you run into the situation of having a lot of stuff that isn't very good. You've got a lot of classes that aren't fully leveled, and unfortunately, you're not going to be a lot of use in a raid when you're falling behind in levels, in subclass abilities, in gear. If you want to be raid ready, you want to be Trials of Osiris ready in the first week or 2, you need to focus on one character and stick to it. If you're focusing on one character, focus on one subclass and max it out before you switch, because the further you get into a subclass tree, typically the better the class gets, or the more options you have. You want to be a Sentinel Titan and throw 2 shields around and be a PvP god? Then you need to grind. If you want to be able to use your Sentinel bubble, like the Defender bubble in Destiny 1, then you're gonna need to grind. You can't be switching subclasses every other day, wasting currency on other subclasses and time on other subclasses when you don't even have one maxed out. I get it. There's a lot of variety in the game. I get it. You want to play with everything. But this is a guide about grinding, about power leveling, about being the strongest you can as fast as you can. And if you're dinking around with everything else, then you're not doing the right thing. Okay. That's wow. Wow. Did you guys see that super usage in the back? Hold on. Let's go watch that again. What am I doing? What am I doing? Why are you even watching this guide? I can't even use a super. He's not even moving. He's standing still. Oh my God. Seriously. This is a joke. All right. Come on, Michael. Let's distract them with another hot tip. Now, this one's probably pretty obvious for some of you guys, but if you have friends that are veterans of the game that know what they're doing, I highly recommend playing with them, especially if you're doing things like strikes. While you can get match made with other people, a lot of the time they're potatoes, and they're very, very bad at the game. If you want to grind through a mission as fast as possible and get loot, then you need people that know what they're doing, know how to shoot, and not die 24/7. I'm telling you, if you have some friends that are around and playing and you're all dinking around on solo, get in a group, do some patrols, do some strikes, whatever you might be doing. It's probably going to be a nice, fun experience because you're playing with friends, and you're going to be doing the content much quicker with teammates that know what they're doing. It's pretty obvious, I know. I know, it's a pretty simple, easy tip. But I wanted to share it with you guys because some people don't really think about it. Now, I recognize that a lot of these tips probably sound kind of boring, because they are. If you run through this game power leveling the whole time, the experience isn't going to be quite as exciting as if you just took your time with it. I know that a lot of you guys want to raid right away. A lot of you guys want to be ready for Trials of Osiris. But a lot of the fun in this game is going to be from going to a new planet and just exploring. And while this is a power leveling guide, I highly recommend just playing the game at times, because one of the biggest tools to success is discoverability, discovering new things in this game. And the reason I say this is because we've got no effing clue what to expect. There might be a god-rolled sniper rifle, something that every player in the game wants, but no one knows how to get it. We don't know if it's on a quest line of 5 different quests on Nessus and it unlocks it after the next quest. We have no clue. And if you just go out there and explore, you might be the guy that discovers the best gun in the game for Destiny 2. Don't just grind away at the same strikes over and over because you know you can get an engram. Hunt! Search! Find! You might be the guy that finds the next Galahorn, Jahalahorn, Yalahorn. However you want to pronounce it, you might be the guy that finds the best thing in the game just by having some fun. So don't take it too damn serious, because while you're dinking around, you might just make the biggest discovery of them all. Oh, wow. Wow. What a positive end of the video. Reach for the stars because you might be the best Destiny player ever. Shut up, Mtashed. Tell me how to grind. Alright, fine. You want my formula? You want to know how to be the best of the best, how to grind, how to become the Rumble King, how to get all the engrams in the game? Then you need to follow this list. Step number 1, get some Mountain Dew. Step number 2, get some Doritos. Step number 3, get some sweatpants. Step number 4, turn off all the lights and all the clocks in the house and get your grind on, baby! Every day, 12 hours minimum. Every day, I want you to be playing every second of your life. Get on that Destiny 2 grind so you can get your light level up and then you can matter! Well, that was weird. Anyways, that's it from me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and hopefully this helped you out one little bit. I highly recommend you share this with your clanmates, because if some of your clanmates aren't following this guide, they're gonna be way behind you on the raid grind, and then you're gonna say, Jonathan, why the fuck is your light level only 7? Okay, so share the video, subscribe for more if you enjoyed the video, and I will see you soon, my friends. Bye-bye.